Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. Today's daily is to cast 20 red or green spells, but since we don't really have a great red-green deck to run with, we have our counters deck, we're just going to be focusing on the green aspect of that with another Selesnya deck. This time, one that, as you can see, focuses heavily on Slime against humanity. A card I have wanted to play, but never got around to trying, sadly enough, you know? This deck is one of those where you can have any number of them in your deck. I'm running 14. The deck I took this from was running 13, but I only had one copy of Terrasymbiosis, and I didn't really want to use a wild card on it to get a second. Anyway, this does come from Power Dragon. Love his stuff. And wanted to give it a shot. It looks fun. Like I said, I'm really using this more for the novelty of using Slime against humanity. I've never gotten a chance to play with it, and I want to give it a shot. So, let's just briefly go over this. Llanowar Elf for mana. Get Lost, Heritage Reclamation for removal. Scavenging Ooze, which does actually play into Slime against humanity. We'll talk about that in a second. But mainly is here to help with graveyard decks. Caretaker's Talent for some card draw. Terrasymbiosis for to combo off of Ouroboroid. Ouroboroid to just make our stuff that much more powerful. And Exalted Sunborn to where we're creating 2 tokens of things instead of 1. Pretty nice, right? Anyway, Slime against humanity. Create a 0/0 green ooze creature token with trample. Put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is 2 plus the total number of cards you own in exile and in your graveyard that are oozes or named Slime against humanity. The idea here is if somehow Scavenging Ooze ends up in our graveyard, it counts towards this. Yeah, it's a small thing, but it's there, right? So, this also does combo off of Terrasymbiosis. If this is on the field when we play Slime against humanity, whenever you put 1 or more +1/+1 counters on a creature you control, you may draw that many cards. Do this any number of times. So, if we have this on the field and we play Slime against humanity, we get to draw 2. Not bad, right? And same thing with how Ouroboroid works. Anyway, let's go ahead and give it a shot. Like I said, this is kind of a weird, this deck is kind of weird to me just because it's one of those where, you have it all revolves around, for the most part, a single card. So I'm kind of looking forward to trying it. But, this does kind of suffer from, if we go up against someone who has, there's a few different cards that it can kill stuff and then exile every copy of a card. If you go up against one of those, it's better just to probably concede. But anyway. I like this. We're going to need some... Actually, no, yeah. We're good here. Yeah, with Llanowar Elf, we can do a Slime against humanity on turn 2. Unless they get rid of our elf. Which, high chance of that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So we just need to get another mana. Artifact or enchantments. Huh, so that's a new one. It's a sorcery, so that's not that great. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of... Yeah. Rude. I still get my life gain from this. Yeah, takes me back to, it takes me to 8. Now I can't regain life, but which is unfortunate, but yeah. I'm really just hoping they don't. If they get another burn spell, that's it. Oh, come on. Whatever. Yeah, we were about to do something great, but no. Of course they get a Screaming Nemesis that even if I block it, I still lose. Yeah, that's just how it is. But hey, we can kind of see where this deck is going. And yeah, I'm not too upset with it. Like I said, it's kind of a fun idea. And I didn't have to use any wild cards on it, so I'm always a little stingy with my wild cards going towards the end of a season. Like, as of recording this, I think there's like 13 days until the release of the next of Omen Paths. So I really don't want to use up any wild cards. Yeah, this is nice. We can wait a little bit, play Caretaker's Talent to start getting some draw. That's fine. Excellent. Yeah. It's always the Nemesis. Yep, they didn't have anything to go for that. We were able to get things done a bit faster. Awesome, I will take that. Very nice. Alright, let's jump into another. Yeah, so far, I gotta admit, I'm enjoying this Selesnya better than the last episodes. I mean, the Artifacts one is nice and all, but this one's very, very, very simple. Which, yeah, I much prefer. Oh wait, no, I forget. Sliming's Humanity is protected against that that card I was talking about, because it's a sorcery creating a token, so there's nothing that they can. Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah, so they can kill the token, but they can't get rid of my slime against humanity. So never mind. Deadly Cover-Up, that was the card I was thinking of. Yeah, play I say, play something that makes it to where you can't counter anything, please. Because I really would like to get Ouroboroid out in the field, so that can start kind of doing its thing. Pisa, alright. Yeah. Bye, Pisa. Okay. Yeah, I can see this deck being something I pull out if I need to just get some wins, some easy wins. Because so far it's kind of what seems like is happening. But yeah, we'll take that. We did level there. I know we got the level 50. I think, yeah, that's all we got was the Dark Endurance Exquisite sleeve. If you notice, I'm using the Renewal 2025 sleeve now, because I do kind of like that. I like Liliana. I don't know a whole lot about her, about magic lore and whatnot, but you know, the art looks really cool. Anyway, we're at 12 minutes. Yeah, let's do one more. I'm not the biggest fan of this, just because we don't have any green. I don't have a turn 1. As long as I can get some more mana, we'll be fine though. Heritage Reclamation is kind of nice, but just in case we need to use it for something. But as long as I can get one more, and we did. All right, nice. We'll go ahead and set this out first, just so I can get some more card draw coming in. Ah, Deep Cavern. Yeah, what do you go for there? Slime? Or one of my... Or Get Lost? Heritage Reclamation? The Get Lost? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you don't want to take the Slime, because doesn't that count as exiling? Yeah, exile, so that would... Yeah, you don't want to do that. Preacher's not great. Yeah, Preacher of the Schism's not great to go up against. I need removal. I need another Get Lost to get rid of that. Not sure why they're not just attacking. I mean, my Ooze doesn't have reach. Really? Come on. Oh, I knew something like this would happen. Yeah, I knew this would happen. Go in for one more match because I thought we had time, and now our opponent's gonna try to rope out. Or maybe something happened on their side. Again, we don't really ever have a way of knowing. Sadly. I wish we did, just so so you could know, but Like, my first thought would be that they're, like the game crashed for them, or something like that. I always try to look at the better side of things, or to see the best in my opponent, see the best in people, but sadly that doesn't always happen, you know. Or that's not always the case, I guess. Like, I'm willing to try to... Another Heritage Reclamation, no attack. Yeah, I think something may have happened on Casti, maybe? Yeah, I assume something happened on Casti's side, so... No ill will. Just, if the game crashed and they can't get back into it, they can't get back into it. But if they are just trying to make us rage quit, make us, you know, just give up the match, I'll take the free win. Yeah, it's a waste of time, but I'll take the free win. I think they have. Do they have one more chance after this? Since they had a grace period thing, timeout. I don't know how that works. Because sometimes the opponent has auto conceded after 2 timeouts, and sometimes after 3. I don't always know what determines what. Yeah, okay. So that was 2. I would assume it's almost always just 2, but I've seen 3. Either way, a bit of a waste of time. I do apologize for that, but hey, I'll take the win. I will take the free win. But yeah, that is where we're going to wrap up matches for today. So far, I like the deck. I mean, it's extremely simple. It's extremely simple, but can be very difficult to deal with. So yeah, I like that a lot. But anyway, we do have a pack to open, some Edge of Eternities. Nothing in the commons or uncommons. Perhaps the mythic is new? It is not. The Dominion Bracelet. Okay, equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has 15. Exile the Dominion Bracelet. You control a target opponent during their next turn. Yes. This ability costs X less to cast, where X is this creature's power. Activate only as a sorcery. Yeah, that's disturbing. You get to control your opponent. Yeah, I don't like the idea of that. I really don't like the idea of that. Seems very, very niche and not something that I would ever use. But anyway, that, my friends, is where we're going to wrap up things for today. So if you happen to enjoy this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.